Hey guys, welcome back to Simone's channel. Not Simone here.
He's funny. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Simone here, and welcome to another video. I'm back now, and this is my first TBR back. I skipped June because lots of things were going on, and yes, I took a month out basically of filming, and now I'm back to it. So we're doing another TBR. This is going to be my July TBR. July is my birthday month, and so I just want to let myself read kind of mostly what I want to read. You know, generally. I've stopped all my buddy reads right now because I just cannot keep up with the pace. Like, I'm reading quite slowly at the minute, and I'm kind of okay with it. And yeah, I'm just taking it a bit easier. I currently have this fan on because today is the 32-degree day, and I feel like I'm actually like sweating. It's so warm. But I have this fan, so I might have to just do it in between takes. But if I look a bit warm, that is the reason. And yeah. So, I have decided, I've made an official decision about the Wheel of TBR. I'm continuing it, but I'm only going to do 5, and that's all the books I'm going to talk about in a TBR video, and then the rest of the month is up to me what I read, and I think that will be more manageable for me, be more fun for me, because I also get to do some mood reading and just reading whatever I want to read throughout the month. And yeah, I just don't want to plan too much in, but I do want to have some form of wheel because I enjoy making these videos, and I enjoy reading the books that the wheel picks for me. So, as I said, I've got 5 picks. I've already filmed the wheel spin, and I've picked the books because I just think it's easier that way. Although you don't get to see my reaction to the prompt so much. It's just, yeah, I just think it's better, and I enjoy that more. So, without further ado, let's start with the first book. And the first spin is the oldest published book on my shelf. The oldest published book on my shelf is Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen, which works really well because if you didn't know, it's Jane Austen July. I will link the announcement videos by Books and Things and some other channels, I think. I'm not 100% certain. I know Books and Things, Katie from Books and Things, is one of the hosts. And yeah, this is a book that I really want to read anyway. As I said, it's one of the oldest, I think it is the oldest published book on my shelf. And yeah, I've not read it, and I've only got one other Jane Austen book other than this one to read, which is Persuasion. I'm going to go with Northanger Abbey. This one says, Catherine Morland is a young girl with a very active imagination. Her entry into the fashionable social scene in Bath results in an invitation to stay with new friends at Northanger Abbey. But Catherine's naivety and love of sensational novels lead to embarrassing and entertaining consequences. So I can't wait to read this one. Again, this isn't a very long one. It's about 280 pages, I think. This is a beautiful cover. I absolutely love it. And yeah, I'm just really excited to read another one of Jane Austen's novels. I really enjoy them, and then I'll only have one left to read, which will be really fun. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Then we have our second spin. Which is Hyped, and I've picked this one. I was actually sent this one by the lovely Mary, I believe for Christmas. And yes, it is The Chalk Man by C.J. Tudor. I feel like everyone has talked about this book. It's always linked to or compared to It by Stephen King. Apparently it has quite similar vibes to that. I think it follows a group of children who started drawing chalk figures to as messages for each other. And then the chalk figures lead them to a body, I think, one day, and I kind of think it's about that. I'm really excited. Again, this isn't a massively long book, but I've heard great things, and like I said, Mary got me this for Christmas, so I feel like it's about the time to get on with reading it. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to picking up a good thriller again as well. Then we have spin number 3. The oldest book on my shelves, and the oldest book that I have on my shelves right now is The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ardier, which I believe is a 1000 Nights retelling. Is that what it is? 1001 Nights? I'm not sure. This follows an 18-year-old prince, or the Caliph of Khorasan, who takes a new bride each night only to have her executed at sunrise. And then 16-year-old Shahzad volunteers to marry him, but does so to exact revenge on him for the murder of her best friend and other girls, and then they fall in love, I believe. and it's kind of about what happens next. I'm really interested by this one. This is again a book I've had on my shelf for quite, like, as you know, as I said, it was the oldest book on my shelf, so it's been on my shelf for a really long time. I saw Victoria loved this book and it was something that she wasn't expecting, so it's not a book I've necessarily got like super high hopes for in terms of whether I'll enjoy the actual storyline, but I'm interested because, like I said, Victoria loved it and she said it was something completely different than she was expecting, so I feel like this could be a good one, and it is the oldest book, so I do need to read it, finally. Next up, we have prompt number 4. Which is non-fiction. And so for non-fiction, I've actually picked an arc that I was sent. It's quite an old arc, like I've had it for quite a while, but it's called, let me get this right, I Hate Everything, A Day in the Life of a Teacher by Robert Lantana, I think is how you pronounce his name. This is a book that I think I mentioned recently that I really like non-fiction where it's about a career or somebody's career and about what they do in their job and how they get on with it. This, like I said, is about a man who is a teacher, and I'm really intrigued by that side of things. I think it's a really fascinating job, and I think it's definitely something I'd like to hear more about. It's also a really short arc. It's only about 108 pages, so it's definitely one I can read fairly quickly. And yeah, I think I'm going to really enjoy it. I hope it's a good one. And then the final prompt is one word title. So for this one, I've gone with an old favourite. You all know how much I love James Patterson, and I've gone for Toys by James Patterson and Neil McMahon. This I'm going to read the back of because I don't really know specifically about this book. It says, a battle for the world is set into unstoppable motion and Hayes Baker is the only one who can save it. Hayes Baker and his wife Lisbeth possess superhuman strength, extraordinary intelligence, stunning looks, and 2 beautiful children. Of course they do. They're elites, endowed at birth with the very best that the world can offer. The only problem in their perfect world? Humans. The top operative for the Agency of Change, Hayes has just won the fiercest battle of his career. He has been praised by the president and is a national hero. But before he can savour his triumph, he receives an unbelievable shock that overturns everything he thought was true. Suddenly, Hayes is on the other side of the gun, forced to leave his perfect family and fight for his life. Now a hunted fugitive, Hayes is thrown into an existence he never dreamed possible, fighting to save humans from extinction. So I'm not really sure if this has, it kind of sounds a little bit like fantastical, but I don't know if that is actually the case or not. But I am really, really interested by this one. And it's also, I believe, a standalone of his, which I haven't read many of his standalones. I generally tend to read his series, so I am really excited about this. It is 450 pages. However, the writing, I don't know if you can see, the writing is massive, so it's not going to be difficult to read. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like fly through this. And my dad enjoyed this one, so yeah, I'm really interested again. This is the 5th book I have picked for the month. So there you are, guys. These are 4 of them plus the Kindle book that I have chosen. These are the books that I have picked for this month, and I'm going to continue to do 5 books a month and then just read whatever else I want. So yeah, let me know if you've read any of these and what you thought of them. I'm really intrigued, and yes, I can't wait to see what you all decide to read this month. And yes, I hope that you're all enjoying it and that July is a good reading month for you. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I shall see you next time for another video. Bye guys.